Hello and welcome to today's tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how I made this granny square. And in this pattern I used a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. I also used a medium weight yarn, which is number 4, and this pattern is really easy to do and it's also really quick, so you can make as big as you want or as small as you want. So I made this one and I also made this one. This one is a little bigger than this one, but you can go as big as you want to be, you want to do. And we're going to start. So you're going to start with a chain of 5. So make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to do a slip stitch onto your first stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then after you chain 3 you're going to make a puff. So you're going to yarn over, insert the hook onto that space and pull, yarn over again, insert the hook onto that same space, yarn over again, insert the hook onto that same space, yarn over again, insert the hook onto that space, and then now you're going to pull your yarn through all the loops and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then again you're going to make another puff. So yarn over, come to the same space, so I'm doing it 4 times, and then you're going to pull your yarn through all the loops and then chain 3. So you're going to repeat that until you have 8 puffs. So this is 2, so make another 6 and I will meet you when you have your puffs. So I now have my 8 puffs and I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do a slip stitch onto your first puff at the top of it. So there is a space there, so you're going to insert your hook there and do a slip stitch, and then there is this chain 3. You're going to do another slip stitch there, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then now you're going to do another puff onto the same chain 3. So you're going to yarn over and insert your hook onto that same spot, yarn over again, come back to the same spot, yarn over, come back to the same spot, yarn over, come back to the same spot. So you're doing it 4 times, and then pull your hook through all the loops and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do another puff onto the same spot, onto that same chain 3 you did before. So you can do your puff as you can do as many, it's not necessarily that you do it 4 times. You can do 3 or 2 or 5, it doesn't really matter. And then after that last puff, you're going now to chain 2, 1, 2, and into your next chain 3 space you're going to do 4 double crochets into the same space. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. and then after your last double crochet, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then into your next chain 3 space, you're going to do another puff, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then into the same space again, your chain 3 space, you're going to do another puff, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and then into your next chain 3 space, you're going to do your 4 double crochets, so that is 2, 3, and 4, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and now repeat the same process. So your next will be 2 puffs onto the same spot, and then 4 double crochets, 2 puffs, 4 double crochets. So do that and I will meet you here. So I'm coming to the end, and this is my 4 double crochets. That is the third one and the last one. And then after your last 4 double crochets, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then you will come back to kind of exactly what we did before. So at the bottom of your puff, just at the apex there is a space, so you're going to do a slip stitch, and then onto this chain 3 space you're also going to do another slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do another puff onto that same spot, and then pull through the yarn, and then chain 3, and then again you're going to make another puff onto the same spot, and then chain 2. So onto that space there, you're going to do 2 double crochets onto that space here. So do 2 double crochets, and then on each of the stitches here you do 1 double crochet on each, so you will have 4 double crochets, and then onto that space again at the end there you will do 2 double crochets onto the same spot. So you basically are increasing the number of double crochets. So you're doing 2, So now what you did, you add 4 here, and now you have 2 plus 4 plus 2. So you have 8 double crochets. So you add 4 and now you have 8. So going to the next one now, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do another puff, and then you're going to pull your yarn through all the loops, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then make another puff onto the same chain, and then pull your yarn through all the loops, and then chain 2. Now you're going to repeat the same thing we did here. So you're going to do 2 double crochets onto that space there, and then on top of each of your double crochets you're going to do 1 double crochet on each stitch, and then when you get to the end here you're going to do another 2. So you should have 8 double crochets. So your 2 double crochets, and then on top of my 4 double crochets I will do 1 double crochet each. And then at the end here you're going to do 2 double crochets. And then chain 2, and now just repeat what we did here. So I will meet you here. So now this is my last 2 double crochets, and I'm going to chain 2, and you're going to your puff here. Down here there is a space, you're going to do a slip stitch, and then a slip stitch onto this chain 3 space, and then again chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do another puff, chain 3, another puff, and then chain 2, and then now again onto this chain 2 space here you're going to do your 2 double crochets onto the same spot. So basically what we are doing is we are increasing. So you did 4, you did 8, I think this will be 12. So we are keeping increasing. We keep increasing, sorry. So 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet on each stitch, and then into this last space you're doing 2 double crochets onto the same spot. Then chain 2, go to this space here and do your puff. Pull your yarn through all the loops. And then chain 3, do another puff, then chain 2, and now you're going to repeat the same process. So 2 double crochets here, and then in each of your double crochets here do 1 double crochet in each stitch. Then when you get here you do your 2 double crochets and then chain 2, make a puff, and just continue, and I will meet you here to show you what to do next. So I'm coming to the end, and this is my last 2 double crochets. And then chain 2, and then you're coming to your puff here onto that space down there and do a slip stitch, and then you're going to do a slip stitch again onto that chain 3 space, and then chain 3, and then do a puff. So the process is now the same. So you're now going to repeat what we've been doing until you get to the desired height. So go ahead and I'll come back to show you how to finish it, to put the edges nice and good. So I'll meet you when you have your desired height. So I'm now coming to the end of my last row, and this will be my 2 double crochets, and then chain 2, and then I will do my slip stitch and then slip stitch, then I will chain 3. So this is now where we are starting to make this the finishing now. So we're trying to make these edges now. So after your chain 3, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So your chain 3 will count as your first double crochet. So do 2 double crochets again, and then again you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do another 3 double crochets onto the same spot. And then now on top on this space, this is your puff, so there is a space there. So onto that space you're going to do 1 double crochet, and then now onto this chain space here you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then now you're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the stitches here. So go ahead, finish the stitches here, and I will meet you right here to show you how to go about here. So I'm now at the end here, and I will do 2 double crochets onto this space. So 2 double crochets. And then onto your puff, the space down here, you're going to do 1 double crochet. And then now you are on top of these 2 puffs, the chain 3, and now you're going to do 3 double crochets. And then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and do another 3 double crochets onto the same space. So after that, this will be a double crochet, and then this will be 2 double crochets, and then now each of these will be a double crochet each, and now you're going to just repeat what we did. So go ahead and I will meet you when you are done. So now I'm coming to the end, and this is my last 2 double crochets, and then I will do 1 double crochet onto this puff here. And then you're going to do a slip stitch on top there, and then chain 1, and then you can cut your yarn now. So this is how your end product will look like, and kindly, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and I will really appreciate, and I hope you will have a good crocheting, and thank you so much.